Right, so about half an hour ago I mixed my donut dough and it was really blooming sticky. And I kind of gave up on kneading it as much as possibly I'm supposed to because it's just really sticky. And Paul Hollywood told me, by meeting with the internet and Mr. Google, that I should flour the work surface a little bit. But with the sticky dough, you know, it seems to me that you should be using a bit of oil. But I don't really want to add oil to the donuts. So my new theory is I'm going to use a little bit of butter, because the recipe has butter in it anyway, so that's not going to alter the flavour. If I oil my hands a bit with the butter as well, then it's going to be fine, isn't it? It's going to be fine, yes. So let us see. I might oil this a bit as well. Oh, having said that, this was half an hour ago. This doesn't feel that bad. Might just give it a few folds and then come back to it in another half hour. Just got all this out. I like the folds. They're always good. Foldy fold. Maybe just it feels really nice. You know, it feels nice. And you know, it looks pretty good. Fairly good. Right. So I'm going to give it a few folds again, and then we will come back in a bit and see how that looks. It's still sticking a bit, isn't it? Cover it up. Okay, what is next? What is next is Phoebe chooses this moment to start meowing at me and saying, give me some food. So I will give her some food. Here you go, Phoebes. Right, and now I have to wash my hands because the cat food smells very fishy. In a fishy way, not in a suspicious way, obviously. Right. So Paul Hollywood's recipe now says, tip the dough out onto a very lightly floured surface and knock it back by kneading it a few times. Lightly floured surface. Let us see. Well, I'm going to try and follow his instructions because I believe that the Hollywood is a wise and noble man. Feels really nice, it has to be said. And then I'm supposed to divide it up into 10 equal pieces, which, as I do not trust myself to do it by eye, I shall stick it in here and weigh it. I thought it was 12 equal pieces, but it says 10 on the recipe, so it's going to be 10 donuts, which are going to be 100 grams each. See how heavy that is. 270. This is fascinating for you, I know. I am weighing dough. That's 101 grams. It's 99. That's okay. 1. It's all going very sticky. Okay, let's see what put. This is the trouble with using an iPad for the recipe, that I'm going to get dough all over it. Right, technique will shape each portion into a ball. That is easy peasy, as long as my hands do not get too sticky, which they will, unfortunately. Right, you get out of the way. Get off the table. Right. Da da da. Talk amongst yourselves. Okay. Now the trouble is, in theory it's dead easy, but I might have to go. I might have to do all of these and then get to a point where lovely. See, they kind of go into balls and then they're so sticky that they stop being bloody. Ah! Ah! Balls. Why is the flour in a bag, Andy? Well, it's because there's a big hole in the bag, and Denise had done a nice job of cleaning the floor this morning while I was out at the opticians. And as soon as she left the house, I took the bag out of the cupboard and spilt flour all over the floor, which is not cool. Is it? No, it isn't. You see, I could easily do this on the telly. I mean, who could not be interested to hear a story like, I've got a hole in my bag of flour. You know, it fills the daytime schedules. You get to see a fat man making food. You know, that sounds pretty sweet to me. Everybody in the country is going to be tuning in. Of course, if I put these two close together, they are going to expand. How long is this taking, Andy? I know, it seems to take a very long time. Try not to add too much flour that isn't currently incorporated into it. And I'm slightly worried about doing these while Denise is out of the house, because there is a certain amount of danger I feel involved in the whole frying of them. Yeah, because we don't have a deep fat fryer, so it's basically just me, a saucepan and a load of extremely hot oil over a naked flame because we have a gas oven. What could possibly go wrong? If it does go wrong, I'm going to regret making this film and saying all of that. Oh dear. Does it look like sometimes I do these differently? Like one is more effort put in than another? Yeah, that's probably true. Some of these do look good, but some of them look terrible. And balancing on the edge. Right, what next? I believe it is probably going to be placed or allowed to rise for an hour. Cover them up again with the old beautiful tea towel. And the bin bag. And then flick a bit of dough into the sink. And then go. There you go. They have stuck together a bit. We will have to give it a go at separating them out. But I think they are raised. They have risen enough. Risen enough. So I'm going to move on to the next stage. Okay, so we've had a little bit of, you know, relief because I've managed to get 2 in and they're puffing up really well. The oil claims to be at 180 degrees according to my little thermometer over there, and the recipe says 5 minutes each side, which seems like a really long time, but they've got to cook all the way through into the middle, I suppose, and they've got to be golden brown, so it's trying to keep the temperature right, I think, which is why you should, I guess you normally use a deep fat fryer. It probably keeps it more accurate, but well, we're giving it a go. We'll see how we get on. I'm still a bit scared. Okay, this is a lot less than 5 minutes either side, but I've turned them over because look, that's not golden brown, that is very brown. That's about 3 minutes on one side. Bit fizzing, I'm a bit scared still. I'm going to stop saying how scared I am because it'll be fine. Don't want to overdo them. Okay, the next 2 have gone in, and those are the first 2, which look good. Are they undercooked because I didn't do them for long enough? I mean, they had about 6 minutes altogether in there. I'm going to try and do these guys 3 minutes for the first side and see what they look like. I just don't know if I'm underdoing them. It's very, very tense in here. That's the last ones in. Those are the ones that I've made. 2 in the frying pan, 7 over there. Surely there should have been 10, Andy. Yes, there were 10. I cut one in half just to check that it was cooked inside. I couldn't do anything but eat it. It didn't have jam in it, so it was slightly less calories than the end ones are going to be, but I couldn't go on cooking them and not being sure that they were done, because essentially I think the oil is slightly over hot when I was doing the first ones, so I have turned it down a bit now, and it was really hard to get it at the right temperature with the implements that I have, let me put it that way. And so the one that I ate was really nice, but the dough was maybe not quite cooked. When you squished it, it didn't really spring back, but it looked really nice on the inside and it tasted good. So I'm going to say they were kind of a success, but a pernickety person might say slightly underdone. So there we go. 7, 2, 7. And there you have it, 9 doughnuts, some of them with jam pouring out of them, and some more golden brown than others, some quite dark brown really. I didn't fill all of them with jam because I feel less calories in a donut without jam in it. You've got to think about these things sometimes. Also, it seemed like a waste of a second jar of jam really. And there you have it. I am fairly happy with them. So there. See, they're all packed up and ready to go. I cannot eat any of them.